But yeah, since some people asked already in chat and stuff, let's start the stream with a Dreamhack talk. So you all know we were here before Dreamhack boot camping with Triff, Prof, Wizzy, Swedish, and Android, obviously. But Dreamhack this time around, it went pretty well. Yo, Burn, thanks for resub, 12 months. But yeah, Dreamhack this time around, we got a bit more space, which was good. It was solid space for the amount of people we were. Sadly, we were roughly only 100 people, which is kind of disappointing, but also very understandable. Dreamhack in Sweden for Smash, it's been issues in the past with not enough space. Which have led to the fact that a lot of people decided not to go because they kind of expect us to not get enough space. But this time around, like, yeah, we got pretty solid space. And it was a pretty good amount of setups. And it's gonna apparently be a meeting, like how to bring Smashers back to Dreamhack in Europe. So I'm gonna try to be a part of that and tell them what I'm pretty sure would need to happen to bring the numbers back, because for the first Dreamhack Winter in Sweden, I think we were way above 300 people. I think it was like 340, 350, which was good turnout for the first Dreamhack. Or first Dreamhack Winter, I mean. Dreamhack London technically happened a few months before that. But yeah, so if any of you guys have attended Dreamhacks, especially in Europe, but maybe even Dreamhacks in the US, please also let me know what you guys think can improve. I have a few things in mind, especially the space needs to be as big as possible, which is hard because Dreamhack, especially the European ones, are just such big events period, so they don't have unlimited amount of space, since it's already like 30,000 people going. But space, and especially announced how much space will we have. So if they can be like, oh, like we have enough space for, let's say, 300 people, this many setups, then people in advance can decide beforehand, oh, do I think it's worth it, 300 people, X amount of setups? So I think that could help a lot. And also the promotion, like especially for the for the American Dreamhacks, I think Twitter is fine to use as a promotion tool, but in Europe, Twitter is actually not very big at all. So if you want to promote Dreamhacks in Europe, it has to go over Facebook, because that's what the European Smashers only use pretty much. But yeah, the tournament matches itself, it went pretty solid. I didn't really feel like I played super good over the course of the weekend, but it clearly was enough. In the singles brackets, I guess things started to get more interesting towards the end of the brackets. Played Android for the first time, and I don't know how long at like a major tournament. I know we played at Air 2, but that was my Sheik tournament, so this was like the first time in forever at like a bigger, important tournament when we actually played against each other. I feel like it was a set with like some good moments from both of us, but also some sloppy execution from both of us as well. But Andrew got some sick moments with the wall jump fair and stuff. But yeah, overall pretty fun set. Then I played against Swedish, so another Sheik, and outside of game 2, I felt kind of in control, even though game 1 was also pretty close. I still felt pretty confident about it. And Triff beat Swedish beat Triff beforehand. So yeah, Swedish beat Triff before playing me, so we both kind of got to play like that matchup and be fairly well prepared. And then after that, I played Leffen, and that set was honestly pretty sloppy. as well. I know Leffen talked a little bit about being a little bit burnt out and not having super much motivation going into Dreamhack, which I could kind of relate to. The year is kind of over. We both pretty much have our slots on the early ranking guaranteed. Not too much we can do to change it. But it still felt good beating him. And then Wizzy ended up beating Leffen 3-0 in losers. I still haven't been able to rewatch the set, so I can't really say much about it. But that was Wizzy's first win against Leffen, so now he has been beating H-Box, Mewtwo King, and Leffen. And he has been taking me and Mango to Game 5 in the past. So for Wizzy, that win might mean that he gets a rank higher or so. Because I think most people have SFAT Axe and Wizzy relatively close. So yeah, it was a good performance by Wizzy. And my set against Wizzy in Grand Finals, it was not as close as the Summit one. I felt in control for most part of the set. He had a good game on Stadium, but a lot of our sets in the past, especially on Stadium, he normally sneaks in a win. I remember he did that when we played Dreamhack Winter 2015. And at Gamble, even though it didn't happen, he had one game where he clearly should have been beating me at Stadium, but he took like 2 SDs. So yeah, I normally have a hard time beating him on Stadium, especially having to do it twice. Yo, Didi, thank you for the resub, 14 months, $25 resub. But yeah, no, it felt pretty good, especially since Wizzy, he took me to, or he was up 2-0 at Summit. So it felt good to shortly after be able to play him again and win in a more convincing fashion than at Summit. So that felt good. But still, I'm still proud of Wizzy for, like, he has climbed so much this year. And he's a good friend of mine, so I hope to see him keep doing better and better. It'll be fun. And then yeah, teams went pretty smooth for me and Android, to be honest. A few weeks before going into Dreamhack, we did not expect to enter, but Dreamhack was nice to give some attention to teams and provided, even though it was a small prize pool, it was still a prize pool. So me and Andrew, we felt like, all right, we should show support to this decision. Like, if you guys show that, oh, you want to give teams something, then we should enter to show that we appreciate this. And we still got quite a few top teams and pretty good teams. So the teams tournament was interesting for sure. And I guess some good practice for Genesis, which is gonna be our next tournament in the US. But yeah, especially when it comes to Dreamhack, like, I really hope we can turn everything around, because Dreamhack is such a big event when it comes to like esport as a whole. I think a lot of Americans, especially, still do not understand how big Dreamhack is, and even probably certain parts of Europe might not understand how big it is. Like, most of the times when I've talked to Americans, at the very least, about Dreamhack, and they hear that 30,000-ish people attend Dreamhack Winter, they are always like, oh wait, what? I never thought it was that big. So I still think like working with Dreamhack long term is really good for both Smash games. So I hope we can turn it around in Europe. Dreamhack Austin this year in the US looked like a good event. I felt like it was pretty good. I didn't go to any of the other Dreamhacks in North America, but I hope they ran well and did good. But yeah, I'll try to talk to some of the Dreamhack owners and some of the Smash people working with Dreamhack Smash, and hopefully we can make it all grow again. A few adjustments that I talked about, if we choose to make them happen, I feel that we can clearly improve and get Smash bigger at Dreamhack.